what do you think are other things can tourists experience in our own country?
In our country, we are known for our hospitality both. Everyone is very kind and you can always approach people for help. And in other countries, we are known as one of the nicest people on the earth, especially as nurses. We are known for very caring, very empathetic, and very open to people. And when you have a house guest, we're always like lots of food, welcoming. Thank you for.
So you're a nurse. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po.
You're a very matured person. How old are you?
27 po.
Okay. How do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years po? In the next 5 years po, gusto ko pong, I want to travel the world. I want to experience what life has to offer me. At the same time, I want to open a business so that at the same time while I'm enjoying my life, I can also secure the future for my family and my retirement so that I don't have to worry about it or rely on my parents. Because in the next 5 years, maybe my parents might need me for help. So I want to be there for them and at the same time enjoy my life. Thank you both.
Alright, that's interesting. You're half Filipino and half Canadian. How
you're
old were you?
Filipino.
How old were you when you were brought to Canada? Tell us something about your birth.
I was born in Quezon City po. My mom was from, she's from Manila, and we were raised in Makati. And most of my dad's side is from Malawon po. Thank you.
Are we good with the questions?
No, I want. Why did you join this contest? And how did you hear about this?
Oh, thank you for the question po. So I'm with an agency in Toronto, and they were telling us about the opportunity in tourism in the Philippines, and I really wanted to come back to Philippines to go back to my roots both, because I went to the Philippines at a young age, and because I just graduated as a nurse both, I wanted to challenge myself and further to see what I can do. Because as a nurse, I can see that there's a lot of problems, but if I'm able to overcome this challenge, I can become a good advocate and role model for all the youth, and what I'm advocating for both. Thank you both.
All right. I think we're good with Mr. Canada, Chris Martin. Thank you, Chris Martin. That was a good answer.
Thank you both.
All right, now let's welcome our second candidate from France, Dimitri Decaux. So let's judge his beauty face first. Dimitri, approach the microphone. So introduce yourself before they ask you questions.
Okay. So hello, I'm Dimitri Decaux. I'm from Paris, France. I'm 23 years old, and I am my first time in Manila, in Asia, because I just finished my study last year. I was graduating my university, and that's why I'm here.
Dimitri, do you think you're a good-looking person?
I hope. I hope.
Did somebody ever tell you you're a good-looking person?
Can you repeat?
Did somebody ever tell you that you're a good-looking person?
Yes. The stylist.
I was thinking your mother.
What?
I thought it was your mother.
Modeling.
Anyway, judges, Dimitri's first language is
Yeah.
French, so he wasn't able to really
Oh.
deliver.
Sorry.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly English.
Do you model in public?
Before? Yeah. Before in Paris?
Yes.
Yeah. Since 4 years.
So with that, you've been in the trade for a long time. You've been modeling for a long time.
Yeah.
So for somebody who's been modeling for a long time, you have been exposed to various people, correct?
Yes.
Have you received any form or any kind of indecent proposal?
Proposition?
Yes. And how did you handle that?
Yes, I had seen this kind of proposition, and I told I speak always with respect with people, so I said thank you, but we can walk, we can talk, but not something indecent.
Thank you.
Describe your personality.
My personality, I think I'm a funny guy. I'm always in an athlete's mind, and I love smile. I love talk with people from different nationality, but different social class, and I love to talk with all people, to exchange about opinion, and I think I'm a cool French guy with my French touch, and that's
From where in France you live in?
from where?
Yeah.
From Paris.
Yes. Tell us about your country in French.
I have to speak in French? Ok. J'adore mon pays, c'est pour moi le plus beau pays au monde. Concernant Paris, c'est aussi l'une des plus belles villes du monde, avec ses monuments, la Tour Eiffel, la Seine et tous les monuments qu'il y a dans Paris. Après, dans Paris, il n'y a pas que des bonnes choses, évidemment. Les gens sont souvent stressés quand ils vont au boulot, dans le métro. C'est souvent des gens stressés qui accumulent les journées. C'est un autre style de vie.
Where did you learn to speak English? Where did you learn to speak English?
Here. Yes. 1 month ago, I can talk with you like that.
You grow up in Paris, and my good friend Paul Cabral wants to study in Paris. He might go to Paris to study fashion. What place do you recommend Paul to visit in Paris as a world-renowned fashion designer?
You talk about monuments?
Yes, I'm talking about what particular school or place that you may recommend to Paul to visit.
For designer?
Yes.
Costume. Really in Paris, What? Sorbonne, yes. There is also Dauphine. Minot, but in Paris, yes. And there was also University Dauphine. It is really a good university.
Because all of the judges in front of you been to Paris many times.
Okay.
So we want to know more what place we can recommend for us.
I don't really know about school designer in Paris because I wasn't in this kind of school. But no, I don't really know school designer in Paris.
You've just graduated from college. You've just finished school.
University, yes.
Okay. What do you think of your dashing young president, Mr. Macron?
To be honest, I vote for him, and because I think in France we needed this a change, a new guy, more young, with a young mind, with a lot of things to add to our country, and he persuaded me to vote for him with his campaign and presidential campaign, and I vote for him, and I think for next year he will be really good for the France.
Dimitri, you like French music?
Yes.
You like French music?
Yes.
Tell me who sang. Tell me who sang.
Who sang? Yeah, I know that. It's not Jack Brel, no.
It starts with an E. It starts with an E.
It's
Very famous. It starts with an E.
Charles Navour?
No. I can tell you.
No.
If you cannot answer this, you have to please teach me.
I think I will do that because
You know the song?
yeah. The name of the singer is here, but
It's the tip of your tongue. It starts with an E, the first name, and the family is E. For the first name, and P for the second name. You know that?
Edith.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Now you have to say.
Oh, I can't. Really, I can't.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then my thought sessions, just a short reminder, can we limit our questions up to two to 3 questions? Because we have to go also to another activity. Okay.
Alright, yeah. Thank you, Mr. France, and now let's welcome Mr. Germany, Julian Wondorf.
Magandang hapon. My name is Julian Wondorf. I'm 23 years old and was born in Germany. And while my father gave me my look, my mother gave me my adventurous character. So at an early age I was spending a lot of time in the mountains with my mother hiking. And until today that's a great hobby of mine. Then after school I was kind of pushed into like a finance degree because I had a talent for math. So I finished with first class honors in finance, and then yeah, I worked in banking. But then I figured out that's not quite what I really want to do to become happy, even though I liked it. So I started traveling. And I started traveling to Southeast Asia, so I discovered places like Vietnam, that was the first country actually, Thailand, China, and also Malaysia. And then I decided, okay, I want to try to move to such a country. So I got a job here in the Philippines. And this is now more than 1 year ago. This job was meant to be temporary, only for a time of 5 months. But since I liked it so much here, I explored a lot of the provinces and also went hiking and diving in the provinces. I decided just to stay. And yeah, I'm still here and joined this competition because I think that I can really have a strong opinion on tourism. And I also was always a person who's political and who wants to bring out my opinion, and I think this could be a good opportunity for me to have an impact and make tourism better, because there are also negative sides, but there's so much opportunity, especially for the Philippines, and I want to share my ideas.
Where did you finish your university?
I finished my university degree in the city of Dublin in Ireland. That's why I learned English also, because it's an English-speaking country.
What are your impressions of Manila? Obviously you like it, you've stayed here for a year. So what are your impressions?
First of all, this was like kind of a roller coaster, because I arrived here in Manila after a motorcycle accident, so my first stop was Makati Met. And after 1 week, someone broke into my apartment and stole my camera. And I like travel photography, so the camera was really the worst you could take from me. But I said, how can it get worse? So I think it's a matter of mindset, how you perceive a place. And I was right, it just went better. And today I love Manila. I also know like the bad sides, like the traffic, but I think you can complain about the traffic, or you can, for example, ride share and like make traffic better. So look for your contribution. And also I sometimes need a nap during the day. I do this while I'm in traffic. So I really love Manila.
How do you intend to make tourism better?
How do I intend to make tourism better? I think this question is also related to, for example, the traffic problem in Manila. In what term? In Manila, it's like a city where many people from the province seek jobs, and I think that's not always the right way, because in the province they tell them sometimes the wrong story, that here are not the best jobs. Also you get maybe more money, but you spend it on commute, and your life is not necessarily better than in the province. So I think that tourism is a big opportunity for the province, because Philippines is the most beautiful country in Southeast Asia.
Wow.
But the infrastructure is not that developed yet. But I mean, for example, that the development of the internet in the province gets better, people have access. And what we have to do is to educate the people that the place they live in, which is normal for them, is like a beautiful place. From my perspective, the beaches, the coconut trees, it's just amazing. From their perspective, it's just a tree. So they don't really understand what they could make out of it. And that they could stay in the province, open up, for example, a hostel and offer cheap accommodation for the people, because that's another problem for me as a traveler, because I find the Philippines quite expensive for traveling. In other countries like Thailand and Cambodia, Vietnam, it's way cheaper because local people own hostels. Here it's mostly foreigners or like people from Manila. So I think that's really something we could change. And the internet is a good opportunity to give those people access through big booking apps. So yeah, that's something I really think is a good idea and could also fight poverty.
Yeah, I think that's good, right? Thank you, judges. Thank you, Mr. German. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uwian ako.
dami niyang plano sa tourism.
Ladies and gentlemen, next candidate, Guam. We have Mr. John Benedict Garcia.
Hi guys, my name is John Garcia and I'm 19 years old and I represent Guam, but I live now in the Philippines and I'm full Filipino, by the way, full Kapampangan. Full Kapampangan. Yeah. American citizen. Yeah, I'm American citizen.
If you were a tourist spot in the Philippines, what would you be and why?
Maybe, because like in Guam, there's this place where like couples and lovers, like the place is called Two Lovers Point, and there's two lovers where they jump over the bridge and they died together. Yeah, but you know how there's like a meaning on the place, to the place. There's a meaning, and if I'm that place, then I should have a meaning over that story, and so the people can go and I can be a tourist spot.
In your past interview, if I'm not mistaken, you won as the fastest man in Guam. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you're not athlete because there is a competition in Guam, the fastest man in Guam, and you won.
Yeah, I ran long distance. I'm not a sprinter. Long distance. Long distance, not a sprinter.
Alright. Thank you, Mr. Guam. Thank you. Next is India, Ritesh Shetty. Say something about yourself.
Good evening, judges. I'm Ritesh Shetty. I come from the incredible India and I belong to the city of Mumbai. I'm an engineer by qualification, an actor, model and a restaurateur by profession. And I'm here to represent my country and make them proud and take a Philippine culture back to my country. Thank you.
Tell us about your family.
My dad is a businessman. We have a restaurant in Abu Dhabi. My mom was a government servant. She just got retired. And they both are settled in Abu Dhabi now. And I have two siblings. Elder brother is in Dubai Tourism. And my elder sister is a housewife.
How do you intend to bring tourism back to your country?
Yeah, basically the reason for participating in this pageant was to know each and every culture, cuisine and the local costumes of every country, and make fashion weeks across the models get the opportunity to explore each and every country and represent their country as well. So that's how I want to make it a global platform where in India we say Kutumbakam, that means that the entire globe is one family. So I want to make that proof. Thank you.
Thank Thank you, judges. Another candidate from India, Mr. Lanjit Karam.
Hello everyone, I'm Lanjit Karam, 19 years of age, studying here in Philippines, trying to take up medicine. I love traveling. I'm a long ranger and I love following my patient. For my patient, I do anything what I like, just travel around alone, discover things, do whatever I want to do, just never giving up, even if it's gonna take a long time or whatever. Just follow the patient until you reach the goal.
So,
guy.
so which part in India do you live?
I'm living in northeastern part, border to China, Myanmar.
Is that near in New Delhi?
New Delhi is in the center and I'm in the northeastern, the eastern part.
You look more like a Filipino rather than Indian.
Yeah,
What accounts for that?
it's according to the climatic conditions and the reason. It's more on the side of China and those Myanmar. So like I think our great ancestors and Philippine ancestors, that they have a common ancestral type. So I look like them, and it's hard to explain to, like, everyone doesn't believe that I'm an Indian, so I have to explain. I have to take out my passport or anything just to make them believe that I'm an Indian.
You mentioned that you take up medicine.
Yeah, yeah.
Where do you go to school?
Sorry?
Where do you go to school?
University of Perpetual Health, Las Piñas.
And what level are you in?
I just finished my pre-med and I'm going to start my medicine from next month. Yeah, 3 days ago.
Why medicine?
Because I love to help people. It's a universal word, like doctor needs to help people, but it's my passion and like my tradition, everyone around me, the one who inspired me. Like if someone is in the family and like if I'm living in some far off place and if I don't know how to treat or like do parset to my family members, that I don't want to see them die in vain or anything. So I just want to help them. I just want to help the people. That's good.
I think we're good, judges. Thank you. Thank you, Lanjit.
Thank you.
Now let's welcome our candidate from Iran, Mori Mansouri.
Hello. My name is Mori Mansouri. I'm 24 years old from Persia, Iran, and working as an international model for like 3 years. And personal fitness trainer. I'm an artist creating music, guitar, and photographer.
Why did you join this contest?
Actually, I haven't done for myself. I want to, if ever I win the competition, I want to design my own brand, Mori brand, for the clothing. So yeah, this is kind of inspiration for me to enjoy. I'm excited every week to design my own brand and publish it out in the Philippines and others. So that's my goal to reach it.
Tell something more about yourself.
No, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm a girl. I broke up with my girlfriend last week. With love.
What do you think, partner?
It's my second time here. I went to Philippines in 2015 for 1 year. And then I left to the India and other places for working, and then I'm back to the Philippines about 3 months ago. And I'm still here for the second time. My brother studied here this year as well. I have a relative here. So it'll be an amazing country for me.
You're Muslim.
Yes, I am.
How do you define love?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
How do you define love?
How do I find love?
Define love.
Oh, how do I define love? If I want to define the love, I define the love of the dog. However, the people love the dog and love each other. My definition of love is definition of the love of the dog, of the human. That's love for myself.
Hello everyone, I'm Claudio Gutierrez, I'm 22 years old and I'm from Italy, but I'm a Filipino and I'm Italian. I started modeling 2 years ago, and before that I used to work in the kitchen as a chef. Yeah, it was a passion since I was a kid. Cook. Then yeah, I decided to come here and do modeling, and then yeah, I came back again in Italy, went in LA, New York, then I came back again.
So, where do you actually, where's home? Where is home? Where do you stay?
Actually, yeah, I'm staying here.
In the Philippines?
Yeah, for a while.
Doing what?
Just modeling.
You were a chef.
Yes.
Tell me about your activity.
Yes, it was a passion since I was a kid. My mom was always working on the weekends, so I used to be alone on the weekends, so I was the one who was cooking for myself and my sister. So yeah, it became a passion. Then I started working in a restaurant with my friends. And yeah, since then I stopped and I wanted to pursue my dream in modeling. I wanted to follow my sister, because she also my sister, she's a model. And she told me, why don't you try to come here in the Philippines? Because she came here before me, three years ago. And so I decided to come here, and yeah, I really like it. Because my first time I came here in the Philippines was when I was a kid, I was like 6 years old. So I didn't remember anything about it. Yeah, I wanted to learn the culture here.
You mentioned that you're half Filipino.
Filipino blood, yeah. My mom, she's half Spanish and Filipino. And my father, she is Italian.
And both of them are here.
No, in Italy.
And which part of the
Northeast, Turin. Close to Milan. Yeah.
All right.
What do you think is the greatest contribution of men to Philippine tourism?
I don't understand the question, sorry.
What do you think is the greatest contribution of men like you to the Philippine tourism?
Yeah, well, I don't understand.
It's like, let me rephrase, it's like to Philippine tourism.
So sorry, I can't understand like the answer to the question.
Do you understand Tagalog?
Konti lang. I came here and I started learning English here, but now I want to learn Tagalog.
How will I rephrase it more? What can you contribute?
Yes, what did you contribute? How will you be part of the tourism
Yeah.
industry? You as a man, how can you be promoted? How will you promote tourism?
What should I fix
like in the Philippines or what do you mean?
If you come out as Mr. Universe to listen, what are you going to do?
Of course, traveling a lot. I would like it.
How are you going to promote?
Now there is a lot of potential on the internet. A lot of young people, the youth is always on Facebook and social media. We promote on like internet, I guess.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Itagi. He's Claudio Gutierrez, and now let's welcome a candidate from Korea.
Magandang hapon. Oh, am I just supposed to talk? Oh, I apologize.
Say something about yourself.
Oh, of course. My name is Kwon Sun Son. I am from Korea. I have a degree in communications with a focus in political economy and a certificate in sustainable community development. I've lived in the Philippines. I love it. The hospitality, you know, the kindness, the support and love that I've been given from the Philippines. I believe in giving back, and so this is what I've done for the last few years.
You said giving back. How are you doing this?
So last year I actually lived here for 6 months, and I was living in Quezon City, and I actually worked with an organization called Young Focus, and they're based out of Smoky Mountain in Tondo, and so their main goal is to sponsor families and send their kids to school. So I was working with them with after-school programs, things like that, and they sponsor about 1,000 families in that community, and it's truly meaningful work.
What exactly were you doing with them?
So like I said, I was teaching a lot of like critical thinking aspects and things like that. So a majority of what I was doing was after school programs. So basically we want to keep the kids off the street, away from glue, which is actually a huge problem there. If they can't afford food, they can usually afford glue, so they take the latter, unfortunately. And that's the reality of the area. So basically the after school programs were there to make sure that we keep them away from that. We could give them a meal and things like that. So so we work with them, work with their homework, just give them extra educational lessons, things like that. One of the things that I did back in Canada as well was actually teach debate and public speaking. So I was able to teach them critical thinking, which even in North American schools isn't really taught at high school. You're kind of expected to know critical thinking in university. So we're trying to give these kids as much of a leg up as we can. Wow, this is like an interview. Awesome. So my strengths actually, my strength is probably my weakness as well. I believe that my confidence can be both my strength because exactly, you know. But then obviously if you go too far overboard, then that's going to be a huge weakness. At the same time, sometimes I do overcompensate with my confidence and my ego. I believe as Ford would say, the I. Like I definitely the ego is a huge issue. It's a very interesting concept actually because Carl Jung, psychologist, talks a lot about the shadow and the inner, you know, the inner darkness that we need to embrace and we need to accept. And Jordan Peterson kind of talks about the same thing. And so lately I've been trying to work out the ego and who I am and how people in general can create huge atrocities amongst other people. But the reality is, we label them as monsters, but they're just people, right? So we have to accept the fact that we are capable of great evil. Otherwise, we're completely capable of being victims of it as well. So a lot of what I'm trying to work through in terms of my idea of my strength and weaknesses is very much who am I as a person? Am I, even if as a good person, I'm still capable of committing evil acts upon humanity, and that's just a reality that we all actually face. And so my strength and weakness kind of lie in there, trying to understand you know, where I am and where I could be. So I grew up in Korea until I was 4 years old, and then my family moved to Canada, where I went to Yeah, and then I went to school in the United States.
You strike me as an intellectual. What are you doing in a beauty contest?
So the reality is, I actually used to be 230 pounds, so I was about 80 pounds heavier than where I was. So I don't understand the idea of beauty when I necessarily look in the mirror. It's again one of those things that I struggle with. I think that I still see the old me in the mirror, if you will. There is a sense of purpose here. I've done modeling, but it's a very shallow endeavor, obviously. So one of the issues that I discussed with a classmate, she said, well, you could do pageantry. We definitely, we talk about issues and we can talk about things like that. And that's where I really wanted to focus my attention. And like I said, being able to do things in the community and actually be on the ground. I think that sending money is a good thing, but I definitely think that we can do more, and I'd rather do more in terms of helping local communities. And I've kind of chosen Tondo as the place that I want to work in. So this allows me to push my educational agenda rather than everything else. If I could have the same platform and the same amount of attention without doing this through a pageant, then that would probably be the route I'd go. But at the same time, I've been genetically blessed with symmetry, I would say. So if that's the case, then I definitely need to take advantage of the opportunities that God has given me. And I'm obviously very grateful for the opportunity to do this, to represent my country. I mean, it is a huge honor to represent your country. I always joke that being Mr. Korea is like being Batman. I have to be the Mr. Korea that you need, that you deserve. It's something that is a huge weight on your shoulders because, speaking of academics, I've actually presented on pageantry at multiple academic conferences. And one of the things is, as a national representative, you have to encompass all these social, political turmoil and joy that your country is, and then personify that on stage. And the reality is, all the beauty and magnificence that your country is cannot be personified through one individual. So you are always at an impossible level. You're trying to attain an impossible level, and I don't know if I should say this, but I know that there's even people that don't like Pia, which would be crazy because she won, but still there's, so as national representatives, we're held to a possibly high standard.
All right. A very substantial answer from Mr. Korea. Thank you, Jinchon.
Salamat po.
Now let's have a candidate from Malaysia, Darren Marida.
Hello everyone. I represent Malaysia. My name is Darren Marida. I'm a pure native of Borneo, East Malaysia, which is I'm from the minority parts of the native. I'm working as a health, safety and environment officer in the construction building. I have 5 siblings, and also I'm a pet lover. I love dogs, and also I love to travel and do hiking and also the jungle trekking. 24.
So why did you join Mr. Universe?
Actually, I joined Mr. Universe with purpose. Last time I dreamed to be joined in pageant so that I can inspire all of my community, because our community is very low profile, and then I want to be the first one, and I proved that I the first of Vermont, the native, that attained the international for the Mr. Universe, so that I can inspire them so that they can be better soon, and I can be a good guide for the young generation, for my community also.
Any more?
first time in the Philippines?
Yeah, this is my first time, but my sister always traveling to the Philippines, up and down Malaysia and Philippines. She went to Boracay, Cebu. She loves travel also. My family background is we are pets lover. We also we love the nature. We love the beautiful nature. The Philippines got lots of beach and also beautiful waterfalls.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Malay. Sorry, you have another one?
When did you arrive here in Manila?
Actually, on October 9, 2 days ago.
Have you went around Manila? Have you seen Manila not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
But it's quite
So I cannot go on with my question.
This is his first travel outside Metro Manila.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Darren. And now let's welcome our candidate from Myanmar, Philip Kim.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mabuhay. I'm from Myanmar. I'm Philip Kim. Profession. Actually, I'm a lawyer, but now I'm model, MC, one of the minister of Myanmar. Yeah. Old, 24.
So we will call you Attorney King now.
So you passed the bar? As a lawyer, you passed the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Myanmar.
In Myanmar, yeah. So what field of law did you concentrate on? In law, what is it?
Law is
Corporate, criminal, what line did you pursue in law?
Focus, yeah.
You're as a lawyer.
Yeah, criminal. Yeah.
Alright, lawyer.
You actually have had 1 year of practice. You're no lawyer. And you decided to go modeling. And here you are. What are your plans as a lawyer?
I think I will be a lawyer, but when I'm 35, my age is 35.
We will try modeling first.
I'll tell my son that I have 2 lawyer sons.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Myanmar.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Philip Kim. And now another guy from Myanmar, Yangon. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Thu Rain Thun.
Hello, Mabuhay. My name is Durenon and my nickname is Toppy. I'm represented from the former capital city, Yangon, and from Myanmar. I'm 18 years old and I'm attending double degrees, second year in civil engineering and also in the business management. And also I'm the owner of the gym in my country. Owner of gym. Fitness center, yes. Yeah. And I also do business, some shareholders in some restaurant and some hotel. Yeah. So, what do you want to say about?
Is the youngest delegate
18?
Yeah.
tell us about your dad's business, your parents' business.
For my parents' business, my dad is a civil engineer, like a project director in his company. But my dad wanted to be like him, so I attend like civil engineering, but I want to be a businessman.
What do you think of the Filipino women?
The Filipino women, for my opinion, I think Filipino women are a little bit more beautiful than girls in my country. More beautiful. Like their eyes a little bit unique than other girls.
Like us.
Yeah.
Any more judges? Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you, Mr. Yang Myanmar.
Thank you.
Alright. Now let's welcome our candidate from Nepal, Mr. Manohar Shrestha.
Namaste. Bagaimana kabar? I'm Manohar Shrestha from this small country with big heart and the highest speed in the world. I'm studying the diploma in. I just finished diploma in civil engineering, and I'm planning to do bachelor in filming. Yeah. Sorry?
Structural engineering?
No.
Oh, filming?
Filming, yeah, right.
Why filming?
Because from childhood I also wanted to be an actor. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
You think you have a beautiful face?
Thank you.
What do you think?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't. I have to think that people say that you have the good facial structure, but face is not everything, and body is also not everything. We have to be talented. We have to be honest. Yeah.
What do you think are the most important values of a man?
Of a man? We have to be honest first, and we have to be like we have to care about our country, our everything, our parents. We have to take care of them. Like,
tapos na. Nandito na ako sa Myanmar. Kailangan kasi nila
Alright. Thank you, Manohar.
Thank you so much.
Our next candidate is from Pakistan. Let's welcome Atif Nazir.
My name is Atif Nazir, representing Pakistan. I was 18 when I went to study in Australia. So now I'm 25, turning 26 soon. So I've been in Australia since 2010 when I studied civil engineering, then did 1 year automotive mechanical, and then 1.5 year business management. And then I finished my study, and this is my first ever patent. And I'm excited about it because I'm the first ever Pakistani to represent Pakistan in any patent. We have had a female representing Pakistan, but we haven't had any male model at all. So I'm kind of the first one ever. So I'm proud about it. Excited, yes. Because it's Islamic State, so people just do lots of other things. And not many people come to the fashion. If they come, they stay local, but they don't travel overseas. They love to save some money and spend on the car, on the house. But because I've been working a lot, I had a good job, I'm settled in Melbourne very well. So I go see my family every year, and then I have my savings. I really try to contact my agency to sponsor me, I spend my own. So pretty much I'm happy and settled, so no problem with that. So I look forward to the future in the same modeling agency. I'll try a few more pages after this one.
So obviously this is a milestone for your country. So what made you decide to join this contest?
Since the first day I could remember anything in my childhood, I've been always thinking to try to do something which nobody has ever done from Pakistan. So I'm always about the different things. For example, no Pakistanis have got the nose ring. It's just a little example. So some of them they get here and here. So I thought, okay, I'll go different. So just like that. And I studied a few degrees. I tried to do my own ways to learn the engineering. Instead of just follow the teacher method, I always try to learn some shortcuts. And there was a time during my high school, chemistry and mathematics, both books I had memorized. I never tried to solve the question with the calculator. I memorized both books because I heard the books are complicated. I tried to learn formula, so I couldn't do it. I thought it's difficult. So I decided to memorize all the books, and I memorized, and I got the 81% marks in high school just by memorizing it. Same with civil engineering, I got 77%, and same I could. Civil engineering, yes. Civil and also automatic, 1 year mechanical engineering, and 1.5 year business management. So I've been trying different fields. Just want to learn how much I can in the technical fields. So you never know when the economy is going down. So maybe business is off. You go to mechanical. You're going to move out to a different country. Maybe Qatar, now from Australia. You go to civil engineering. They always have construction going on. So yeah.
How do you plan to promote tourism?
Tourism, yeah, it's an interesting question. Nowadays, Pakistan has, the image of Pakistan is gone like, very, very bad compared to 20th century. In 20th century, we had the Prince of Malaysia going to Pakistan to study in 1979. Now international students want to go to study there. Still Pakistan's education is one of the toughest education. Like Monday to Friday, you don't get any days off. Every day you go to work, every day. So they just like you have to really study. If you don't study, you can't make it. Still that way of education is very good. Just we need more people to promote the tourism and let them know like what we offer in the country. Because at the moment we have lots of news channels. What they're doing is they're spreading all the false news. And those channels, they are supported by lots of private agencies which are not in Pakistan. It's like being in Pakistan, if you follow all the news, all the media, and you have learned about your country, you would know these people are not your real people. Because I've been there for 18 years. I'm still going visiting my family every year. Nothing happened to me. I haven't been blasted in my back. I never got blasted in the city, my district, my province, no. But in the news video, every day there's something happening. So we need some people to promote. So maybe I'll put this first one because I'm traveling around and modeling is also one of the platforms where I can do well and I can promote them. Just like you did not know about Pakistan being out of our. So I'm the first one. This is also a new thing for you, I think. So just like that, if I get people out, I let them know about the truth and the tourism attraction because the part of Pakistan, which is South Pakistan, is such a beautiful place. If you ever get a chance, please YouTube it. You compare the beauty of Switzerland and Pakistan. The only difference would be the artificial beauty from Switzerland. If you go with nature, they can't be Pakistan. That's the south part. And the people from south part, they're so white, you cannot tell they are from Italy or they are from Turkey. Because they are so white. They live in the cold area, very hot. Mountains, ice, there's clouds are below, houses are high in the mountains. It's a beautiful view, very clean people, and well covered. Well, that's recent. We have very heavy traditional clothes. So whenever they see an international person, they want to go ask if you can have food, anything for free. They never have to pay. I've seen a few people going to a restaurant, order the food, but the food they have to pay. They say, no, you choose, you don't have to pay, it's free for you. So I've seen it by myself. People just don't know it because they follow the media. And media, how accurate is the media and the news, nobody knows until somebody go and explain the code scenarios to them. So that's why it's like quite a few things. I will try to go out and spread the words so the people will know, and maybe I can make my mark in the historical Pakistan one day. So that's the goal at the moment. I really want to do something for Pakistan. And that's the reason I could have represented Australia, because I got the permanent residency, but I would go when I grew up there. Australia is already up there. Pakistan needs more people who want exposure. So that's where I think I'm one of the most suitable person who can go and do the job. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Pakistan.
Thank you very much.
So much. Now we have from the Philippines, John J.R. Agustin.
Magandang hapon po. Ako po si John J. Agustin, 19 na taon. Ako po ay isang negosyante. Ako po ay nagmula sa bayan ng Bulacan. Ako po ay isang simpleng tao lamang at ito ang kauna-unahang pagsali ko sa ganitong pong mga competition.
So, JR, why did you join the competition as a businessman?
Sumali po sa ganitong competition para po i-develop ko po yung aking self-confidence na gagamitin ko hindi lamang po sa ganitong competition kundi sa aking buhay sa pag-abot po ng aking iba pa pong mga pangarap.
Let's take my question. How do you intend to promote tourism? Say it in English.
I would promote tourism in our country by having good foods and delicious foods and nice places here in the Philippines.
Ano sa iyo ang pag-ibig?
What is love? For me, love is the most probably important thing that could ever happen to a person.
JR, if meron Tagalogin na natin. Yeah. Kasi mas comfortable. And you can express yourself very well in Tagalog. It's okay. Kung 24 hours na lang ang natitira sa buhay mo, saan tourist spot sa Pilipinas mo gusto i-spend 24 hours na yun? At bakit doon?
Kung 24 hours na lang po natitira sa aking buhay, hindi po ako pupunta sa kung saan mang papang lugar. Ang gusto ko mangyari sa nahuling 24 hours ng aking buhay ay puntahan ang mga tao na nagkaroon kami ng samaan ng loob at gusto ko humingi ng tawad sa kanila. Dahil pagkatapos ng ano ba po mangyari sa aking buhay ay nakahingi ako ng tawad sa kanila bago man po ako mawala dito po sa mundo.
So you will not be going anywhere?
No. No.
Okay.
Yes po.